Once again, for those who might not have caught it, this is U.S. District Court Judge John Kufenauer, appointed by that woke liberal President Ronald Reagan, in declaring why President Trump's executive order on his first day in office was so obviously unconstitutional. And I quote, "I'm having trouble understanding how a member of the bar could state unequivocally that this order is constitutional. It just boggles my mind. I've been on the bench for over 4 decades. I can't remember another case where the question presented is as clear as this one. This is a blatantly unconstitutional order." That was one of the 2 lawsuits that California has brought so far. The other lawsuit, as a lot of my colleagues in the chamber have spoken to, was President Trump's executive order to freeze $3 trillion in federal funding. And it was mentioned on the floor, why are Democrats only defending Democrat voters? Why are Democrats only defending voters who voted for Kamala Harris and not those voters who voted for Donald J. Trump? Well, let's talk about some of the programs that President Donald J. Trump wanted to cut. He wanted to cut the Staff Sergeant Parker Gordon Fox Suicide Prevention Grant Program. He wanted to cut VA homeless provider grants, VA supportive services for veteran families programs, legal services for veterans grant programs, state veterans home care, payments to states for programs to promote the hiring and retention of nurses at state veterans homes, and veterans cemetery grant programs. Those were the programs that President Donald J. Trump tried to cut for Californians. And I assure you that not every Californian that utilizes those programs voted for Kamala Harris. I would be willing to bet that a majority of them voted for President Donald J. Trump. But those are the constituents, all Californians are the constituents that we have an obligation to defend on this floor. And that is exactly what we're doing. It is clear and obvious to anybody who's really being honest with themselves that California has an obligation to defend its citizens from federal overreach from any presidential administration.